What's going on, my broskiis? My name is Toadskii, back again, here to bring you guys yet another One Piece Treasure Cruise video. So in this video, the Blitz battle has now gone live. This is your opportunity to farm this up and potentially get some pretty decent rewards. So there are 4 different islands. There is a Shanks boss, there is a Blackbeard boss, a Kaito boss, and also a Big Mom boss. Each of these bosses themselves has a 15, a 30, and a 50 stamina difficulty. Obviously, the 50 stamina difficulty is what most people are going to be farming, as it enables you to get the higher drops. And of course, the higher the chance to get more drops, which means gives you more points, right? Because this whole event is based around how many points you get, and points are given by the rarity of the item that you get throughout a run. Obviously, as well, is there are point booster characters. If you guys want to see a full breakdown of me suggesting some characters that are going to help you out in this event, I highly suggest go checking out my Blitz preparation video. It goes through each of the bosses in a little bit more detail as well, and it also will just basically discuss in that particular video which units are really useful for this event that are boosted. You want to be using boosted units, gives you more points, gives you more stats, gives you less cooldown, so clearing it faster is going to be a very big priority in Blitz battles, of course. So we have a Shanks, a Blackbeard, a Kaito, and a Big Mom boss. In this video today, I'm showing you guys the team that I use against each of these bosses in particular. Before recording this video, I actually hadn't beaten the Blackbeard or the Kaito bosses. In my stream earlier today, I basically only farmed the Shanks boss and the Big Mom boss. Those are the 2 ones that I'm focusing on right now. Go ahead and focus on whichever ones you want. But if we go over to the Google Chrome page, or just the website in general, you can actually go ahead and put in your ID, and it shows you where you are. So on the Shanks boss, I'm rank 152. For Big Mom, I'm on rank 7 right now. I've gone absolutely crazy on the Big Mom fight. Against Kaito, I've only done 1 run, and I'm in the top, nearly top 1,000. And against Blackbeard, I've only done 1 run, and I'm around the same rank as Kaito, which makes sense, right? So there we go. Those are the, that's the website, and of course from here you can see what rewards you want to rank in. Depending on where you rank against other players, you can get certain rewards, and this does overlap with all of the bosses. So you can rank in the top 1,000 for all 4 of the bosses, and you'll get the rewards 4 times, right? So it depends on where you rank with all of these bosses, and you'll get certain rewards. So there we go. That's the basic gist of a Blitz battle. You want to be farming it up as much as possible. And we'll go ahead in this video, as I said, I'll be showing you guys the teams that I used in order to clear Shanks, Blackbeard, Kaito, and Big Mom. So now let's go ahead and briefly go over each of these fights. So the first fight against Shanks that we're going to go through, stage 4 has Ben Beckman. Ben Beckman has 5 million HP, and his preemptive has a 2-turn, 2-hit strength orb barrier. So you need some way to manipulate your orbs to get strength orbs to pierce his barrier to then take him down. Another thing as well with Ben Beckman, he will go ahead and apply 2 turns of a 1.1 times chain lock to your team, and he'll give you a full board of bomb slots. Now in this situation, I'm using Lin Lin and Kid to get me the orbs that I need, as well as Lin Lin providing a really good amount of damage boost. And then also I'm using the free-to-play Dex Shanks to remove the 1.1 times chain lock that gets applied by Ben Beckman. Moving on to the final boss stage against the final boss Shanks, the only thing you really have to worry about is that the Shanks will have 2 turns of blue shield defense up and 3 turns of damage threshold removal. The Strength Kid can remove the threshold, and then the Wano Zoro on this team is able to set the enemy defense to 0. So there aren't that many gimmicks you really have to get around with each of these bosses, and you'll see a lot of overlapping of units in these teams because the units are just so good for this particular fight. So now let's go ahead and take time and move on to the next boss. The second Blitz battle boss is against Blackbeard. On stage 4, there is a miniature boss, Jesus Burgess, who has 5 million HP, who is an int character, and he will have 2 turns of a 2-hit Psi Orb barrier. Once again, orb manipulation is going to be quite key. He does have 3 turns of a resilience buff as well, so you want to be removing that either by applying poison, end of turn damage, or just straight up removing his resilience buff. He'll also give you a full board of recovery orbs, and he treats them as non-beneficial for 2 turns, and he cuts your health by 70%. So this is why I'm bringing Wedding Sanji on this team, because he can manipulate the recovery slots into matching, so we'll get all of the orbs that we'll need. I am also using a kid special here as well. I'm using the kid special on this stage to get an attack boost, and then we can talk about the final boss stage, which is going to be against Blackbeard. So Blackbeard also is an int character. He has 12.8 million HP, and on the final boss, Blackbeard will paralyze you for 3 turns. This is where the Psi Capone is going to be really good. Even if you don't have your own copy, you can use a friend captain. That's going to be the best case scenario. The Capone will go ahead and give your crew the ability to remove the paralysis. He also applies 2 turns of attack down to your team, which is, once again, this free-to-play Dex Shanks is very good. He's able to remove that attack down that gets inflicted to your team. He does also increase your damage taken for 99 turns, but as long as you're killing him in 1 turn, you do not have to worry about that at all. So as long as you have a paralysis remover and an attack down remover, Blackbeard is pretty straightforward on the final boss stage, as well as bring the stuff that you're required to bring against Jesus Burgess on stage 4. The third of these bosses is against Kaito. Kaito on stage 4 though, you'll have to deal with Jack. Jack is a Dex character with 5 million HP, and once again, another orb barrier will be present, a 2-turn, 2-hit Dex orb barrier. So this is slightly different from Ben Beckman in the Shanks fight, who was also a Dex character, but instead of requiring strength slots, you need Dex slots to break through here. Once again, I'm using a kid special on the stage 4 fight to get my left-hand column slots into Dex, and well, the left column slots into matching, which I have the Dex characters there. Also using Lin special for all of her buffs is fantastic as well, on top of getting the orb manipulation. And he does change your orbs into tandem, so you do have to bring some sort of unit that can change tandem into matching. The Wedding Sanji that we just used in the previous fight can also change tandem into matching, so he's a really good unit if you want to try and get some matching slots here. He does have a defense shield as well, which I am using the Wano Zoro to remove that defense that he has for 2 turns, so that's going to help out a lot. Now, after Jack, you have to deal with Kaito. Kaito has 12.8 million HP, and his preemptive attack will apply 99 turns of end of turn damage, so you take 3,000 damage at the end of each turn. He'll also despair you for 5 turns, which the Strength Kid with his special is able to remove, and he also applies 2 turns of chain coefficient reduction, which the free-to-play Dex Shanks is able to remove. He does cut your health in half as well, but once again, if you are killing him on turn 1, you don't have to worry about, your health being cut. It's not a real big deal. So the free-to-play Shanks and the Dex Kid, and the Strength Kid, sorry, are going to be exceptional units for this particular fight. Now, the final of these Blitz battle bosses is against Big Mom. However, on stage 4, we have to do with KonradCurze. Now, KonradCurze is built different in the fact that he is not like the other Battle 4 bosses that you have to deal with. The thing is he doesn't put up a barrier like the other guys. So KonradCurze has 5 million HP. He's also an int character. He will instead bind your right column for 6 turns, and he'll remove your beneficial effects, so you can't carry any positive buffs into his room. And you want to be bringing like Capone. Capone, as a friend captain here, you can use his special ability to remove the bind that will be inflicted to you on stage 4. That's going to help you out a lot. Or Ambush Linlin, you can use that. I'm using it on this team, but her special is irrelevant for this team, the way that it's built. You can use her as well. But then after you do that, that's basically it. You just need to remove the bind and kill him. Now, against Big Mom, she has 12.8 million health. She's an int character. She applies resilience buff. She has an attack buff to herself, which doesn't matter if you kill her in the first turn. She rewinds your specials by 1 turn, but it's only to your crew members. So if you're using like Capone friend captain with a Shanks captain, that will still be fine, because you can use Shanks' special ability to roll your specials forward, either as a sub or as a captain. He's going to be an exceptional unit for rolling your specials forward, as well as giving you additional points in this Blitz battle. Your health is also cut in half, but doesn't matter. And she also removes your beneficial effects and accumulated damage, so you can't carry any beneficial effects from the KonradCurze room into this room. She will remove them. And you definitely want to kill her in the first turn, otherwise she applies 1 turn of damage immunity, which you do not want to deal with. But there we go, that's the run through of all of the Blitz battle bosses with the teams that I'm using to farm them with. I'm going to be getting back to farming now, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the video today, and if you guys did, make sure to leave a like, and if you want to stay up to date with all the content that I post, including more One Piece Treasure Cruise content, make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. But on that, guys, I'll see you guys within the next video.